Welcome, everyone, to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff.
This is huge. Huge game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Unloads to the right.
Where's the
Lost the defense, is wide open. All kinds of running room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30 plus.
Sir, where were you?
The hand to the running back. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Okay, that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and get fudge.
Looks it into his hands and then waltzes it into the end zone. Touchdown. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Crazy.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Utah State Aggies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this
And he's running in the open. The tag. Touchdown, Utah State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed.
That was a quick one.
Hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So, guys, we'll see this offense again.
Yeah, a little defense here.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Finds some space enough to get 5 to the 22.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QB sees easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Running back goes in motion. On second down, he's looking downfield. Shakes off the tackler. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running to the left. Keeps the legs moving. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
Well, all of that for absolutely nothing because of the flag. The offense misses out on a huge opportunity there. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing out-breaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there, and we just didn't see it on that play.
What the freak?
Wide open downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time, he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him.
Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the
Just means you
block.
gotta go
The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole or to slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Gets it out quickly. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Here comes the offense on second down. They keep attacking through the air. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this secondary.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
On second down, he'll fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. Just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Well, we did.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football?
Here's the handoff. Got room at the 35. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And now on first down after converting with the run. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Caught over the middle, it's ball. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in offense.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, get off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Lets it fly. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Working on the right. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
Pick it up, pick it up,
And
pick it
he's
up,
all
pick it up.
bottled up, and now it's
Let's go.
worse. The ball's loose.
Do not get cut.
The fumble and the defense got it.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Aggie. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing.
30.
These defenses were reeling in the first quarter. See if they can get their sea legs in the second. The kickoff team out there getting set. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Solid pick up a 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 20.
I think they run the ball.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense. Now they got a manageable situation.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Power football with the run. He's there to make the stop.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Remember that.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Do that.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team.
Should hit the square in.
Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
And he intercepts it. Got room on the return.
Defense
Inside the 10.
more points
And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Utah State. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. I'm not sure what good that did. The completion's fine for the percentage and the stats, but the result's the same. Not enough for the 1st down. Punt team on the field. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass is intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On the ground, it's York. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal block in the back.
I need holding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Hold it.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Yeah, he threw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the right. And that pass intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. First down here for the offense.
In the right spot. He'll make the play.
He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarter.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's York. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. He wants to throw. And it's picked off for the third time today.
Come on.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Unloads it left. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Going up top on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And they got him for the sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the lone running back. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. On the run, it's York. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. There he goes. Open it up. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Well, after that big gain by the QB on the zone read on an early down in the drive, it'll be interesting to see moving forward if the defensive end stops crashing down so quickly. If he just starts to hesitate to take the quarterback away, that's going to open up the running back for these plays in the future.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finds his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. He gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Fourth down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
Quarterback extends the play. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Shit, I got 2 scores for it.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Handoff from the gun. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Using his legs, it's York. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The offense starts with a short field.
Can we take control?
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to move it through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. That ought to be enough for a Utah State first down.
How do I make the defense defend multiple plays? Really nice job running the RPO. The pass threat, you could tell, softened them up a little bit. Now you hand the football off, and you get the big 3rd down conversion.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. They're bringing heat. Firing to the right, complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. The give. Touchdown, Utah State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking for a gap, it's York. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down to the 21.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Seatbelt.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Finds his tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 1st and 10.
Fumble
And
the
the
ball.
defense
Damn.
will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield to keep it to make anything happen.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is a 3rd and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. He'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Aggies! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And now this offense will take the field again. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on second and long from the 11. Looking to take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to him on the ground. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
He's going to rush.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Let's go win it. Let's go take it.
Smashes it between the uprights.
Take it from the bison.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. You kicked the field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what we practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He makes the grab. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
I love playing man-to-man defense. and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Nice move to pick up yardage. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Find space on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's looking to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Bang, 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 bang.
State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That should move them closer to this elusive 2nd win of the year as they build this 4th quarter lead.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency, and maybe...
He lofts one down the sideline. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Holy cow.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking left. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Line gets set, 1st down.
Why did I do that?
He wants to throw. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to move it through the air. Uncorks it.
Cooked.
Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He makes the connection.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Pulls it in. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
At the 35, he's open. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll run it again. Push down for the tackle.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Big win. Hawaii. On our side right there. Big win. gotta get